So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to integrate uRecoil in a C++ project. So the first thing that you have to do in your custom project, go to Edit Plugins, uRecoil, and enable it. I have it already enabled here, and restart your engine. And then you close your engine. And when you got that done, open your C++ Visual Studio file and add uRecoil to the list of modules in your build.cs file. So you have some build.cs somewhere and just add that. And after you do that, you go into your project, you delete the intermediate folder and you click the U project, more options, and you generate the Visual Studio project files. And then in the class where you want to use it, in this case it's my player character, you define the uRecoil component here, like that. And then in your CPP file, if we search for uRecoil, you see that I added the uRecoil component, and this you have to add as well. All right, so uRecoil component, that's how the class is being called. And then we jump to the next. Here we create the object. And yeah, with that, it's already set up to be used. And the next that we do, let's move on, is it's here. This counter camera shake reset at end needs in your input. So I have here some look input. I just add the look input Y and X. You will need this as well if you want to use the counter reset functionality at the end. I'm not going to dive into the explanation of that. You have to watch the integration tutorial to know what this does. And the next is here. I have some function add camera recoil, which just calls uRecoil and add recoil. This is being called somewhere else in the code base and it's not really interesting. And in general, there's actually one thing that you would also need. For that, let me jump, I think here. It's somewhere here. Here I get the camera forward vector, and I did not modify it by uRecoil's pitch and yaw from the projectile recoil behavior because I didn't need it. So in this project, that's all I needed. But if you want this additional project recoil, you would need to multiply this vector with uRecoil. Get something with pitch and yaw. Get projectile recoil pitch and yaw. And from this vector to f, you create a quaternion, and then you rotate this by your quaternion and use this instead of the camera forward. But I'm not going to do this here. And yeah, with this setup, without that, and I didn't in this game here, this is Captain Carnage, I didn't configure any settings actually. So if we look at the player controller, and we have our uRecoil here, nothing has been configured because I don't need it in this game, you know. Some games need. And if you look at the uRecoil settings, I haven't configured much here because I don't need most of the features, but what I need is the magic, the juicy setting. It's here. Where is it? Sorry, it's here. This overshoot strength is what I need, and the rest is the fallback. So because nothing is set up here and here, it uses this fallback and this fallback, and I'm completely fine with that. And this is how it looks like because that's what I need in here. So if he shoots, that's how it's going to look like. That's all I needed, and that's why I made it this way. But if I would need it in a different way, I would add the other stuff and configure more. But in this game, this is enough because this game has a lot of assists when I shoot. And yeah, that's it for this game, and that's why it's like that. And yeah, that's it for this tutorial. If you want to configure more things, you would obviously need to make this setting somewhere and set it up somewhere, and then say these are my settings, depending on your weapon. And this is also in the integration tutorial where I talk about this. I don't show how you can set this up. I mean, these are just 3. If you want to have it per weapon, these are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different structs, and you just set the structs. So you define your structs. You own these structs are public in Blueprint, for Blueprint and for C++. You just define them somewhere with your custom settings. And then when you switch the weapon, you just update this settings for uRecoil. And that's how you make it per weapon. And that's it. It's very easy. So nothing big about that. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you very much.